How do you create a culture of innovation within your business? If you're looking to grow fast, innovation is incredibly important. And early on, as an entrepreneur, you're the one coming up with ideas, being innovative, creating new things, and really pushing that growth yourself. But what happens once you grow to a certain point and you want to continue to grow fast? You want to be that rocket ship of growth. Well, what ends up happening is you can actually become the bottleneck to your own innovation if you're the only one coming up with new ideas. So what you really need to do as you grow a business is actually cultivate a culture of innovation within your company. And there's one key way that we've been able to do that at my business, AdOutreach. We're an 8-figure business. We were number 60 in the Inc. 5000 list of the fastest growing companies in America. This year in 2022, we grew 6,052% in the last 3 years. And the way we were able to do that is by fostering a culture of innovation, not just coming from myself, but also within the entire company. Now, there's several different things that you need to do to make that happen. But one big area that's been very valuable to us is what we call our AdOutreach Hackathon. Every quarter, we come together with our entire AdOutreach team and we host a virtual or in-person, if we have an in-person event, hackathon with all of our team members. And what we want to do is we want to tackle a big question that we can solve within that hackathon. Now, what is a hackathon? Well, a hackathon is where a variety of different people come together to propose solutions, ideas, and actually create what's called an MVP, a minimum viable product for a solution to a challenge, a problem, or an opportunity that you face. Now, traditionally, hackathons are done more in the tech world, where people will create tech ideas, tech startups, they'll code something together. That's where the hackathon really comes together, hacking together something really quickly. And so I took this concept and wanted to take that and translate it over to the business world. Now, there are some business events that are out there, 3-day startup, startup weekend. Those are events that are put on where entrepreneurs come together, they pitch brand new ideas, they form teams, and they create them over the course of a weekend. Back when I was in college, I ran the entrepreneurship club at my college, my university, and I created an event called U-Launch, where people would come together, students would come together and actually create their own businesses over the course of a weekend. So what I did is I took my experience from that, knowing how hackathons worked, how 3-day startup weekend worked. I combined it with my past experience running these U-Launch events at my former university. And then I brought that together, and I also took another note from a talk that Duncan Wardle gave. Now, Duncan Wardle is the head of innovation at Disney. By the way, highly recommend watching Duncan Wardle's, I think he has a TED Talk on innovation. And he really talks about creating this environment of yes and, creating a innovation greenhouse, actually being able to come up with ideas and not really having no be an answer. You want to build on ideas. So instead of shooting something down, you dive deeper. If someone comes up with an idea, you go multiple levels deeper to really understand how you can make that a bigger project, bigger initiative. And I put all of these different areas together to come up with my concept for an AdOutreach hackathon. What I wanted to do was spur innovation and idea growth within my organization, within AdOutreach. We have 50 team members now, and instead of meeting one-on-one for ideas, we wanted to bring everybody together. And so what I want to do in the rest of this video is explain exactly how we did this, and you can see how you can do it too. But here's the great part. You don't need 50 people to do a hackathon to spur innovation within your business. You could do the exact same thing with a small team. You could do it with 10 people, 5 people. Really, you could do this even as an individual. You could follow this same process to create ideas and actually start implementing and innovating. I'd recommend at least 4 or 5 people. You bring them together, and if you have more, that's even better. And you can actually create these brand new ideas, these brand new solutions over a short period of time. One of the best parts of these hackathons that really shows you can do so much in a very short period of time. So how did this hackathon actually work? Well, the first thing is we got clarity on what the big opportunity or problem we were looking to solve was. And for us, what we were looking to do is looking to attract more coaches and consultants, figure out how we can attract even more into our ecosystem. And so what we did is we set that as the intention. This is our goal, this is our target. Then we brought everybody together, all 50 of our team members, and the first thing that we do is we have every team member who has an idea share an idea. We're not limiting that to executives or to high up people. There's no dumb ideas, no bad ideas. They're all great ideas. We want everybody to share. And so this is how you really promote and cultivate innovation. Now, if you're gonna run this yourself, I do highly recommend that you let people know in advance what the prompt is so you can start thinking about it. Not everybody can do things on the fly, right? Some people need a little bit of time to think about what their idea is gonna be. So at least a week in advance, you wanna let them know, hey, here's the prompt, here's when we're gonna do this hackathon. On the actual hackathon, you ask anybody who has ideas to come forward and share it in front of the whole group. Now, I do recommend setting a timer for a minute. You can't go too long here, but you want everybody to share in 1 minute what their big idea is to solve that problem. So for us, we had people sharing all of these different ideas in front of the whole group. And then once we have all of these ideas, what we do is we have everybody to think about, okay, what ideas do they want to vote for? Now, I make sure to preface that every idea is great. We really appreciate all of the different innovation that's here. What we want to do is we want to move forward with a certain number. And the way to do this is to give everybody 3 votes. Now they can vote for their own idea, but they also have to vote for 2 other ideas as well. And so then you're going down the list of, let's say out of 50 people, I think we had 25, 30 different ideas, right? And then everybody gets to vote for all of those different ideas that they feel is going to be an idea that they want to work on, that they want to promote, that they think is going to really impact in a significant way. And so everybody votes for these different ideas. Then you rank them by how many votes the ideas have. You combine certain ideas together. Some are going to be similar, and then that will allow you to form your team. So now you can create teams for each of these ideas. Let people choose where they want to go. In person, you have them go around a room. On Zoom, you have them join Zoom rooms until you have that 5 or 6 people. You do want to set a cap. Then you're going to have people in each of these rooms working on each of these ideas. And so now you have 5, 6 people working on this team, working on this team, working on this team, all working on their own ideas. And so once you have those ideas, you have the different teams, they're working on it for a certain period of time. It could be 3 hours, could be 5 hours, could be a day, could be a weekend. It depends on your needs, depends on your business, depends on who's in the business. But whatever it happens to be, people are working on these ideas to come up with what's called an MVP, a minimum viable product. You want to create as much as possible around each of these ideas. And what you're able to do is each team goes in. So if it's a new marketing content strategy, maybe crafting that content strategy. If it is a new form of ad, maybe writing those ads, or VSL doing that, or a charity event, like organizing, or here's what that looks like. Whatever it happens to be for you, actually going through, mapping it out, planning it out. An easy way is to come up with a whole game plan. But what I love to see is when people go deeper. Maybe they're designing a web page for something, or they're actually creating a slide deck. Whatever it happens to be, they're coming together and they're putting together that minimum viable product. At the very end, then what you do is you do presentations. So every team, they know this going in, they're gonna have 5 minutes to present. And again, this can vary for you depending on your business, but for us, we did 5 minutes to present and then 3 minutes for questions at the very end. Now we did that based off of a shorter 4 to 5 hour long hackathon, half-day hackathon. If you go longer, you might need a longer presentation time, more questions. You can choose what makes the most sense for you. And then one of the things that we decided to do was vote for a winner and give them a trophy. But again, it's not about individual winners. What this is about is crafting that culture of innovation. People come up with new ideas, they innovate, they have ideas that are great, and then you can take those ideas and continue to run with them. So it's really important that you encourage the team to keep working on those new ideas, keep staying in those teams that they've formed so that they can take them and run with them long term. And so that is how to create a culture of innovation within your company, within your business. You can create a hackathon. You don't need 50 people. You can do this with 10 people, 5 people. You can do it with 500 people. You could also just do it as an individual or with just a few people by adapting this a little bit and having yourself go through the motions, coming up with a variety of different ideas, ranking them, and then creating an MVP. But it's of course better with a team if you have a team, and it's a great way to create that culture of innovation within your company, within your organization. And the best part is it doesn't have to stay to that hackathon. We do hackathons now every quarter, but it doesn't have to stay with just that hackathon. What also happens is this becomes a culture ingrained within your company where people can come up with new ideas and they can see how quick it can be to come up with an idea and then just like that, innovate and create that idea and make it a reality. So thank you so much for watching. If you found this video valuable, definitely let me know down there in the comments. Would you do a hackathon in your business? Be sure to like the video, share it with a friend, and subscribe for more great business content right here on my channel. And I will see you in the next video.